Hello CDA1, here is your Module 6 explanation. We are moving on to Functional Area 6, Communication, and we're still under Competency 2. And so when we go in, you can see we have a quiz and we have a resource collection item. This is one of the things that goes into your portfolio. Here's your checklist where you're going to read. This is going to be Chapter 6 in the Beatty book that your quiz will be over, and then pages 66 to 72. In the preschool, the green one, and if you have the yellow infant toddler, it's 67 through 73. What we're really focused on in the communication is looking at language and literacy. So when you look at the trajectory and the continuum, we go from oral language, children listening, hearing, vocabulary words, all the way up to them reading and writing. And really, reading and writing are two sets of the same coin. And so how are you putting environmental print? How are you making things literacy rich, language rich? How are you embedding? There should be markers, crayons, paper in every center. There needs to be books in every center. And blocks have construction books or architect books, books that go train books. Whatever your theme is, you can put books everywhere. So this is the PowerPoint. The other important thing in all of this when they come out to is you're going to need to read to the kids and have it in your lesson plan about reading to the kids, asking questions, and then when you are in centers with them, promoting language, vocabulary, things along those lines. So there's the quiz, and this is the resource collection item for each of you. It's the same one. So what you're going to do is, this is resource collection 2, which means it goes with competency 2. This is how you're going to demonstrate. And what the whole thing is this gives the PD specialist the opportunity to see activities to hit each one of these areas that may not be on your lesson plan. They may not see in the 2 hours, and so it's a way for them to have more information to fill out the verification visit. So you have to have sensory and science, language and literacy, creativity, fine motor, gross motor, self-concept, emotional skills and regulations, social skills and math. If you're like, I don't know what self-concept is, then go into your yellow or green book and go to that functional area and look it up. So if you are preschool bound, you're going to pick one for 3s, 4s, or 5s. And you can mix it up if you have a classroom of 4s and 5s, or if you're just in the 3s, I'd pick all activities for 3s. Then you're going to have the title. I would write out intended goal, materials, process teaching strategies. And then for each activity, specify how it's developmentally appropriate for that age group. It goes back to, it's very similar to our physical activities. You can pull activities from that for this one, where you explain the activity and then you explain how it meets a social skill. So if you're going to have some type of group game for social skills, explain how it works out problem solving or communication, how it meets that skill. If you are the yellow book, infants and toddlers, once again, we've got 3 groups. Young infants, and those are usually children birth to age 6, so they're the ones who aren't moving and crawling. Then there's mobile infants, and then usually when you get to when they move from the infant room to the toddler room. So at some places that would be 12 months, some months that's 18 months, just depends. Same thing, intended goals, materials and processes, and how is it developmentally appropriate. Oh, here you go. Of the 9, 3 should be appropriate for young infants, 3 for mobile, and 3 for toddlers. Because the idea is that you're getting a certification for all of these ages. And so showing that you're able to be flexible to work with a 3-month-old as well as a 20-month-old, and to understand what's appropriate. Like you wouldn't give something that was food-based or something that a young infant could swallow, as opposed to you could do pudding art and things along those lines with older kids. And then I don't think we have any family childcare, but if you are, this is what you'll read. And so that is your week 6 explanation on communication.